Hello, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the Spirit of Vinyl. I'm Craig. Hope you guys are all doing well. Well, it's Friday. Time to talk about some music, of course, as I always do on Friday nights. Music, drink some beer. Today's beer is called Zombie Ice from Three Floyds Brewing, Munster, Indiana. It's got a cool zombie guy on there. Kind of a cool looking can. The box was cool looking, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy that. The box was cool, 8.5% ABV. So I've never had this before either. This is new to me, so we'll see how it goes. Cheers, all. Happy Friday. Pretty good. Definitely an IPA. Not too bitter. A little bit of that throaty aftertaste you get sometimes with them, but actually it's pretty damn good. Not really fruity or anything. Very tasty. So anyway, today I'm doing more random stuff out of my collection. I just went to Discogs, hit random item for 10 different records, and whatever came up is what you guys are going to see. Just kind of I tend to go with what I released or what I've been listening to, so I feel like when I hit the random item thing on Discogs, it kind of gives more of a wider sense of what the collection could be, I guess, even though I only pulled out of like 3 different genres today. Some alternative, one country record, mostly metal, of course, hard rock or whatever. So we're going to go through them all here. The first one I came up with is Alice Cooper's Special Forces. I want to say this was from like 81. And there's the back cover of it. There we go, Special Forces here. Yeah, I want to say this is 1981. This is an OG press, 1981 press. There's your track listing right there. It's on the Warner Brothers label. The nice brown Warner. Very good shape. It's got this. It's got the Warner Brothers plastic sleeve that came with it. This was another one that was found in the dumpster. You guys hear me talk about that all the time. I got a few of them in here. And this was one of them. I've only played this album once or twice. Yeah, this is an American press too. I've only played this once or twice. And I don't know. It's all right, I guess. I'm starting to realize I like the older Alice Cooper band stuff better than than the solo stuff. I mean, Welcome to My Nightmare is a great record, but I'm starting to realize I like the stuff when he was in the Alice Cooper band a little bit better. I don't really necessarily care for this one. Like I said, it's all right. I've played it a couple of times, but it's nothing I go to right away. So, Alice Cooper Special Forces. All right, next up, Japanese pressing. This is Samson's Head On. There's the back cover of it right there. This has Paul Sampson on guitars, Thunderstick as percussion and vocals, Chris Allmore on bass guitar, and Bruce as lead guitar is what that says right there. Bruce, better known as Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden. This was his band before he was in Maiden, and I knew that. I think I kind of knew that, but when I first got this is another one of those ones that was found. It said Japanese press. There's the insert with it right there. And I think I kind of knew that, but I wasn't sure. When I found that, I kept that record when I found that based on cover alone mostly. There's your label right there, RCA. And then I'm listening to it and I'm going, well, that sounds like Bruce Dickinson. And of course I looked it up and like, yeah, that was the band he was in before he was with Maiden, which I had never heard until I found this record in that dumpster. Oh, it's been about it's been 4 years now. Let's see, yeah, it's been a little over 4 years since I found these records. So it's pretty cool. Early new wave of British heavy metal type of sound, of course. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. I do like it. And I want to say one of these songs on here, I think it's Thunderburst, is co-written by Steve Harris. And I can't remember what Maiden song it kind of takes from, or the other way around, whether the Samson one was first or the Maiden one was, and I don't remember, but that's kind of an instrumental, and it's in a Maiden song, and don't quote me on which one it is, because I don't remember off the top of my head, so... All right, let's see what we got next here. Next up is Municipal Waste, Slime and Punishment. 2017. Very cool thrash type music, more of a modern thrash sound. There's the Inner Sleeve right there. And yeah, they're definitely a thrash band. It's pretty heavy. There's the record's kind of a green and gray splatter. It's a lot of fun. It's fast, quick songs. You know, if you saw that track listing on here, you know, there's 14 songs on there. It's probably 35, 40 minutes maybe. It's not very long. It's great though. Just they don't waste any time. They get right to it and just thrash it out. So there we go. Municipal Waste, Slime and Punishment. Mint green with gray swirl and black vinyl. Limited to 1,500. So not too bad. All right, next up, Van Halen 2. There we go. There's the back of that. What year was this? 1979. Yeah, this is really good. This has got there's the Inner Sleeve on there. Came with the Inner Sleeve, and that's on that Warner Brothers label. You're No Good, Dance the Night Away, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, Out of Love Again, Side 2, Light Up the Sky, Spanish Fly, DOA, Women in Love, and Beautiful Girls. Great record. This is a great record. You know, their first one, of course, is one of the coolest debuts of all time. But this second one, it stands on its own. So yeah, Van Halen 2. I think it stands on its own. I really enjoy that. I like that early Van Halen, of course. All right, next it came up, and I've shown this on here before. This is Kiss Double Platinum, Japanese pressing, obviously. This is a greatest hits album. There's the back of it. There's your inner. It shows everything there. Big wide obi. You can't really see Paul in there. It does slide fairly easy, which a lot of obies do not like to do. So that's kind of cool. This was another one that I found, another Japanese pressing that was found. I, of course, had a copy of this I have another copy of this, the one I've had since I was in high school. But this is the one that came up on the Discogs list today, was the Japanese one. So that's why you're seeing it. Nice inner sleeve. Essentially, Double Platinum is a greatest hits record put out that basically covers the first 6 records. It came with its own platinum record. Kind of losing some of it here with this black on there. I don't know how that happened. When I found it, this did not look like that. And then when I pulled it out later, I don't know where the black came from, or if the silver's coming off and the black is showing through. I don't see it appearing anyplace else on the record, transferring over or anything like that. This is on the Casablanca label. So, nothing really different between the Japanese pressing and mine, other than the Japanese pressing, because it is a Japanese pressing, it is a little heftier. I think back in the time, they made them a little bit heftier than the American ones. And I've played them both, and they both sound really great. My old one from high school obviously has a little bit few more pops and stuff than the one I found. This Mike guy whose record collection this was that I found, he took really good care of his records. He took way better care of them than I did as a 14-year-old or a teenager back in the 80s. You know, so. All right, next up, Johnny Paycheck, New York Town, recorded live at the Lone Star in New York City. It's got, let's see, there's the track listing right there. I don't really know any of these. I have played this record before. I am not a country fan, as you can tell, as you know. But yeah, this was pretty good. Like I said, recorded live. It's on Epic. And this was another one that was found that day, because I never would have bought a Johnny Paycheck album. So there was some country in there when I found that. Very little. So you can tell the guy didn't listen to country that much either. But I'd say this is pretty good. Nothing I'm going to jump on, of course, because like I said, I'm not a fan of country music. But this is kind of cool, sort of an outlaw sound. So Johnny Paycheck. All right. This is difficult to Cure by Rainbow. And as you can see, obviously, it is another Japanese pressing. There's the back cover there. This is Joe Lynn Turner era Rainbow. It's on the Polydor label there. And here's the inner. It kind of opens up like that. There's that side there. Actually, I had that upside down. There we go. Difficult to Cure. Yeah, this is really good too. I really enjoy that record too. Jolyn Turner's voice is tremendous, of course. So, you know. But yeah, that was another Japanese pressing that was found in the dumpster. I'm sorry to make you guys jealous every time I talk about that, but, you know, I can't help it. Next up, Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. This is an EP, and I just picked this up probably last year sometime. And there's the back of that there. This has got No Excuses and I Stay Away are the big hits on there. There's the inner. It's just got some lyrics on it, some picture, you know, and there's the label right there. It's a repress. Not sure on the year. 2024. So I probably picked it up in 24, maybe late 24, early 25. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a great EP. I said 6 songs, but you know, I Stay Away, No Excuses is enough reason to buy it for me right then. I love that those first 3 Alice in Chains albums for sure. So, Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. Okay, next up, Death, Scream, Bloody Gore. I don't know what to say about Death. They are a death metal band, but they are not a death metal band. Yes, they have some growling vocals, but it's not like it's Cannibal Corpse or something like that. But I really dig this band. This is their debut. And there's the... It came with a book. This is obviously a repress. Pictures of the band and stuff and lyrics on the inside. They did really well. It's got a cool label. And it's red on the other side. That's side 1's label. There's side 2's label. Death was a band that I never really paid attention to back in the day when they were originally coming out and originally hitting the scene or whatever. I like, oh, well, I'm not listening. I don't, I listen to thrash. I don't really listen to death metal, was kind of my thought at the time. But I really do enjoy this. And I started with the death albums. I bought Leprosy because of the cover of Leprosy. And it was one of those albums that's just like, if you listen to metal and you collect records, you should own Leprosy. So I bought it. And then I was like, okay, that's really good. What else do I get? So now I have all the death, everything that they've put out. So Scream Bloody Gore, debut album, great stuff. All right, finally, one more. Creed, My Own Prison. This is this first came out in 1997, and I want to say this repress came out last year. Says first time on vinyl. So, 97, everything was on CD. So, and there's your track listing there. I mean, this is a great record. Torn and Ode, My Own Prison, Pity for a Dime. I mean, just great stuff all the way through. Oh, hey, look, there is the inner sleeve. Usually I pull those out. Let's see what's in it. What's on it? Oh, there we go. Nice picture of the band and the front cover on the other side. So, but yeah, they were a really good band, and this album sold millions of copies, obviously. It was a huge hit back in the late 90s. So there's your label right there. And when I saw this was being repressed, I had my record store get it for me, and I want to say it was 2024. But yeah, I mean, this is very, very good, and it sold lots of copies, and a lot of people talk shit on Creed because of what happened towards the end with Scott Stapp and stuff, but this is a great record all the way through. So, and yeah, when I ordered, even my wife gave me shit, like, really, Creed? I'm like, yeah, it's a good album, so just shut up and listen to it, right? So, anyway, that's what I pulled out for today. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. It's going to warm up. I guess I'll be doing yard work and all that fun shit this weekend because it's going to be 80 degrees outside and my lawn needs mowed. So, here in the South, it's already yay high. So, not looking forward to that. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you all later.